First of all, congratulations, Sushri, for reaching the personality test round of OPSC.
Thank you, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Good morning. Uh, my name is Shri Bhala. I've done my 12 years of schooling in Hindu Vidyalaya number 1, Bhubaneswar. Then I pursued my graduation in BJP Autonomous College. Then sir, I did my PhD in anthropology from IGNOU. So this is my second main and first interview, sir.
Okay. You have done your graduation and post-graduation. One in, I think, economics. Economics honors, yes?
No, sir, accounting honors.
Accounting honors. Okay. But I'll be asking some questions about economics. Can you tell me what is the difference between demand pull inflation and cost push inflation?
Sir, demand pull inflation is caused by general demand that, for example, sir, the the prices, more will be the prices, the demand will decrease, and vice versa. Cost push uh, demand generally is a supply bottlenecks in the supply side. So that could be due to some technology or sir due to policies or some taxes. These are the cost push inflation.
So if there is a scarcity of oil per se, which we have in the present context, what kind of inflation are we going to have?
Sir, it would be cost push inflation because the raw material, fuel, the prices are getting higher and higher. That would lead to increase in the production cost. So that is the cost push inflation.
Okay. Uh, our Prime Minister in a speech few days back was asking Indians not to buy gold, not to go for unnecessary foreign trips, as it will impact your current account deficit. What is this current account deficit?
Sir, current account refers to the difference between the total exports and imports of the visible goods and visible goods in our country. So, sir, if the imports are greater than the exports, if they are giving, so that is the current account deficit.
Okay. Uh, Sushri, there is a particular term in the international relations these days, which is being discussed over every news channel and across every newspaper. Hormuz dilemma. What is this Hormuz dilemma?
Sir, I have to read on that. I'm not aware
Okay,
of.
okay. Sushri, have you heard about the Sabrimala case?
Yes, sir. Sabrimala.
What is the Sabrimala case all about?
Sir, Sabrimala is a temple in Kerala, which is belongs to a god who is a Brahmacharya, and women are generally not allowed to enter into that temple. But sir, this case has been there to provide equality. The women were fighting to enter into the temple. So, sir, that was the case, and sir, they
So,
won
is,
the case.
so is it about the women not being given entry, or is it about the women from a certain age not getting entry into the temple?
Yes, sir. Women before their menarche and after the menopause, they are allowed to enter the temple. Recently, our president, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, also went to the temple. But sir, women in the reproductive age are not allowed in. Additionally, not allowed in the temple.
What has been the Supreme Court's position of late with regards to this Sabrimala case?
Sir, the Supreme Court gave verdict. It was against the women empowerment and equality. And so that is why it allows the women to enter the temple.
What is your opinion? Should women who are menstruating be allowed inside the temple, or we should be following the principles as it was followed since a millennium?
So certain temples follow traditions which dates back to centuries ago. And so there are certain temples where men are also not allowed. And considering the deciding deity in the temple, it is considered as brahmacharya. So, sir, to maintain that decorum, I don't think it would be a very big deal or a big problem if women are not allowed. Sir, it is a bit old tradition, sir. So, we have no objection considering the tradition of the temple.
Okay. Okay. What is delimitation, Sushri?
Sir, delimitation commission is is, so talking about the seats in the parliament. And sir, that happens after every census. And sir, the last one happened in 2002. Sir, that is the delimitation commission.
Okay. Okay. You've done your +3 in accounting honors USA, and HRM is a subject you have mentioned. Have you heard about Maslow's theory?
Yes, sir, Maslow hierarchy. Have,
What is this Maslow's hierarchical theory?
Sir, Maslow says that before we reach the higher level of needs, like self consciousness or higher standards in our life, we first need to fulfill our basic roti kapda makan, the basic material needs in our life. And slowly from material need, we reach the most higher spiritual need. So that is the Maslow hierarchy.
What is the highest need as per Maslow? What is it called?
Sir, I need to recall that. It was a long time ago.
It's called self-actualization.
Self-actualization, yes,
Yes. You've done your post-graduation in anthropology.
sir.
Have you heard of this particular term, tribal punchline?
Yes, sir. Tribal punctuation has been used as a policy towards the tribal population in India, where to maintain a sense of peace and without disturbing their own natural habitat, especially when they are living in the forest and respecting their cultural and social separation. So that is the tribal punctuation.
Who is the brain behind the tribal punchline?
Sir, recall that. So I need to recall that.
Okay. Uh, my last question. There have been a lot of debate about something related to Nicobar Islands. What is this debate all about?
Sir, Nicobar Islands consist of various tribes living there, and especially the Sentinelese and other endangered tribes are there. Sir, they have been isolating for a very long time. Sir, that has been the issue that how they are to be integrated in the society. And sir, they're slowly and slowly they're in the verge of extinction. So, sir, that has been the yes, sir.
There is a sentence which says that economic development has environmental cost. Economic development has environmental cost. Could you please elaborate on this particular sentence? Or is there any other cost being paid for economic development?
Sir, for the first part of your question, that economic development has some environmental cost, and sir, that we have been witnessing from various projects, considering the recent Rayagada case, where the tribals were protesting about the Sijimali road construction, because that was a sacred grove. That was the place was sacred. So yes, sir, there has been, and sir, considering the current news about the destruction of the mangroves in Mumbai. Sir, for developing roads, malls, and golf park. So, sir, yes, it is true in considering the current scenario. There has been a cost for development, but we need to find a middle path for sustainable development, sir. And sir, second, other factors that are sacrificed for economic development could be socio-cultural factors because many people are displaced from their own land, and that can cause land alienation, loss of culture and identity. So, sir, that.
Okay. Swastik, sir. Over.
So, Shri, congratulations on reaching the stage. It's really commendable.
Thank you, sir.
So, I see that you have done your post graduation in social anthropology. Uh, as Sir said, The Great Nicobar project was in news recently. The Shompen tribe was in news recently. What is it? How is it connected to the Great Nicobar project?
Sir, Shompen, one of the inhabitants in the Nicobar tribe, and sir, their language is slowly getting endangered and extinct. And there are some few people who are present there, very less population, sir. So to provide better facilities to improve their demographic and to provide a better developmental facilities and to uplift them. That was the sir program.
Okay. Who are the PVTGs? What has the government? What are the government initiatives for the PVTGs? And how
Sir,
is Odisha significant for PVTGs? I'm sorry.
yes, sir. Sir, PWGs are the most commonly admitted vulnerable tribal groups in India, and there are some 70 plus PWGs in India, and Odisha has been the highest number of PWGs. And so, PWGs are generally they have a very low population count, very low technology, and so they have a very low lack of education, healthcare. So, sir, government has provided facilities. So, for example, demarcating tribal areas in their districts, and sir, providing various facilities like healthcare facilities. And sir, tribal advisory council has been established to, sir, to govern the.
Can you list some schemes that have been initiated by the government of India to safeguard their interests?
Sir, scheme. Sir, the minor forest produce, the Forest Rights Act has where where the minor for their rights over the minor forest produce has been recognized. And sir, I need to just read more.
Sure, sure. You can also mention about PM Janman. That is a flagship scheme for the uh, tribals, especially the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Okay, you
Yes.
can mention that. Okay, okay. Now there is a concept called Odia Asmita. It has been in vogue recently. What is it about?
Sir, Odia Asmita is about the historical, cultural, and spiritual identity of Odisha. So that includes the Jagannath culture and the tribal culture, and sir, the Odia language, its history. It includes the Odia delicacies, food, its handloom. So, sir, that is taking pride and taking pride and sir, promoting our Odia culture in the both national and international level. So that is the Odia.
Okay, good. Now in Odisha, among all the cereals, the millet has been prioritized. What is the significance behind the millet, and what is the flagship scheme of the Odisha government in this regard?
Sir, millets have been an important part of the food, especially in tribal areas, especially like sir, very used. And sir, it's important because they do not need any highly irrigation, and they are rain fed, and they are sir very nutritious as compared to other cereals, and they are considered as a superfood. Sir, that is why millets are. And sir, Odisha schemes like the Poshan Abhiyan and sir, from midday meal scheme, the millets have been sir, included in the daily food in schools and sir.
Have you heard about the Odisha Millet Mission?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've heard that.
Mention that. That is very important. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now there's a paradox in Odisha. Despite having a rich mineral, despite having rich mineral resources, Odisha has not achieved the level of industrialization that it should have otherwise achieved. What is the reason behind it? What do you
Yes, sir.
think
Yes, sir.
is the reason?
Yes, sir. There has been a long problem see where the east of India is essentially much more developed than the tribal areas, and the most of the minerals are in the tribal areas. Sir, there has been a word which is called as resource curse, where even the place having the highest resource very less developed. So one of the reason is the reluctancy of the tribal community to build industrial developments in the area, and so there are some lack of government such support to promote certain level of development where both tribals and the development could also simultaneously. And sir, we need to have much developed ports. So, for example, sir, we have the Paradip port. We need to incentivize a much more development so that the holistic development could take place. So, these are the points.
Okay, good. Now you spoke about Paradip Port. Have you heard about deep water ports?
So, deep portal port.
Yes, deep water port. Have you heard about deep water ports?
Sir, no, sir, I.
No issues, no issues. So one last question from my side. What do you prioritize more, being a team player or a leader? What is more important according to you? Am I audible, Sushma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I would consider being a leader because a leader is a person who considers all the pros and cons of a team, and it helps the team to gather together and work as a team. So a good leader is one person who considers all the emotions, intelligence, and other factors, and then it helps the team to go forward and achieve its objective. So that is why I
Very,
would choose the leader one.
very good. So,
Uh, Sushri, let's say tomorrow we remove the Himalayas from India. Okay, the Himalayas are gone. What will be the change you'll find if there are no Himalayas?
Yes, sir. So if the Himalayas are removed, our whole northern plain will become a desert because the Himalaya blocks the monsoon winds, sir, and it keeps the monsoon winds within India. So, sir, whole North India will be desert. There will be no rain, and sir, we will be experiencing very harsh winters because Himalayas also, sir, shields us from the Siberian cold winds coming from the Central Asia. So, sir, it would be a very extreme climatic condition in India if Himalayas would not be there.
Okay. What kind of mountains are Himalayas?
The mountains are young, cold mountains.
Do we have any other fold mountains in India?
Sir, Aravalis are one of the fold mountains.
Other than that,
Sir, the Eastern Ghats also,
you, you must be mentioning Eastern Ghats. You are an Odia. So Eastern
yes,
Ghats are in Odisha. So you must be mentioning that first. Yes?
yes.
yes, sir.
Okay. My last question.
Yes, sir.
Tourism is both a boon as well as bane.
Sir,
What is your opinion?
yes, sir. You're absolutely right, sir. Tourism is both boon and bane because it is a boon. British people know about a certain place and promote that certain place. For example, sir, in Puri, we see that lot of people from India and from abroad come during the Rath Yatra festival. But sir, it is also it damages monuments and creates a pressure on that area. Same example, when lot of tourists come during Rath Yatra, it becomes very difficult to manage such crowd, and there are chances of stampede and theft and other factors also. So, sir, tourism can both be boon and bane. So, this is the difference, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Sushri. Uh, ঠিক ଅଛି. More of kichi suggestions. Be more specific in your answers.
Okay,
କହୁଛ ପୁରା specific. This is what is this. ବୁଲିକି ସେଇଠି ପହଞ୍ଚିବାର କିଛି ମାନେ ନାହିଁ. The specific you are, the better it is. और रथ यात्रा रो जो एग्जांपल था ना, रथ यात्रा instead of रथ यात्रा, if at all you say that, sir, let me give you an example of mountainous areas. they do not have the capacity to take in so many tourists. So tourist asile हर जगह कचड़ा हो गया, बहुत जगह hotels खुल गए, so ecologically it is not viable, environmentally it is not viable, but because of tourism I made out promote kare because of our selfish interest. So it would be better instead of religious tourism you put it on the environment.
Okay,
Let's say you have the examples of Deomali, you have Koraput में भी वही problem शुरू हो गए हैं. Yes, so bring it from that perspective. My suggestion is that Sushri, everything was good. We've answered most of the questions, but on the current affairs subject, please be specific. Out tikke padi diyo, you have 2 more days. Please just go around, go through the current affairs a bit more and answer it more specifically. Okay, sir.
Sushi, you were very good. I found that most of the answers you could, I mean, you had a good valid answer. टिके जिनस टिके ऐड करो खाली सब आंसर्स रे जो अच्छी टिके जो स्पेशली जो डेवलपमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट्स हे गला कि डेवलपमेंटल स्कीम्स हे गला जस्ट सब्सटेंशिएट योर आंसर विथ सर्टेन स्कीम्स जोड़ा फ्लैगशिप स्कीम्स अच्छी गवर्नमेंट रो सेटा जेमिति ले मेंशन कर दैट इज वन सजेशन सेकंड हैला तमे if you find yourself in a difficult spot then take some time to think and then answer. It is not necessary sir को तमको permission मांगिबो कि I want to take a moment to think and then you can answer, give your answer. है ना आउ गुटे जिंस सर से तोळे जो टूरिज्म क्वेश्चन टा पचार
yes
से
sir.
तोळे किछि भूल नाही इट इज माने हमर सेमति डेली कन्वर्सेशन में एमति कथा हो दैट इज नॉट रॉन्ग बट इंटरव्यू रे यू हैव टू ट्वीक योर आंसर्स अ लिटिल बिट. तो सर जेतले कहिले तुमको कि गोटे टूरिज्म विषय गोटे पॉइंट टे कहले तुम कहले यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट सेमिति कहबो है ना बिकॉज़ सम पीपल वोंट टेक इट इन द राइट स्पिरिट तुम कहबो आई एग्री विथ यू सर
Yes sir.
है ना नले से माने काले भाबी इट इज अ लिटिल पैट्रोनाइजिंग तुम तक सर ये कहछ दैट इज नॉट करेक्ट तुम तक कहबो आई एग्री विथ यू सर नेवर से यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट केना किए कहार समान सब बड़ बड़ ऑफिसर्स से माने काले खराब भाबी देबे इशू कोन है बट अदरवाइज योर इंटरव्यू वाज वेरी गुड आउ जस्ट तमर टिके ओडिसा रिलेटेड जोड़ा अच्छी जेमति ओडिसा रे यू फाइंड पोर्ट्स डीप वाटर पोर्ट्स विषय टिके पढो व्हाट आर द इंपोर्टेंट मेजर ओडिसा हैज वन ऑफ द मेजर पोर्ट्स इन इंडिया
Yes
है ना
sir.
ओला भी गोटे खोला होची बालेश्वर पाखरे,
हाँ.
remember that name.
सो पोर्ट्स विषय टिके पढिबो काइना दैट इज वन ऑफ द इंपोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स इन ओडिसा ओडिसा रिलेटेड टिके आउ थरे जस्ट टिके देखि दबो ओडिसा स्कीम्स गोडा टिके देखि दबो गवर्नमेंट रे कोन इंपोर्टेंट स्कीम अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग एल्स वाज फाइन.
ठीक है, तुमको ठीक लगा इंटरव्यू?
हाँ सर भला थिला खाली टिके जस्ट रिवीजन दरकार
किछि नहीं है,
नहीं, बहुत बढ़िया है.
बहुत भलो, किछि प्रॉब्लम नहीं, टेंशन न बनी, आराम से. You have a number, anytime you have any problem before the interview you can call, no problem, we'll be helping you out. ठीक है, all the best Sushri,
ऑल द बेस्ट.
we would like to see your name. ठीक है, all the best, God bless you.
Thank you sir. Thank you.